I'm Christian Lamitschka, and today I present you Travis Rush. Travis, country music has many new fans in Europe who may be hearing about you for the first time. So how would you describe yourself and the music you play to someone who's never seen or heard you before?
It's kind of a cross between. I'm a piano player, so I don't actually play guitar. I play piano. I have my whole life. So the music's kind of a cross between Keith Urban and Billy Joel. With that's really the musical style. Vocally, gosh, I don't know. I don't sound like any of the other country artists. I don't have a country accent, obviously.
Okay.
So if you know Edwin McCain. My singing style is very similar to him.
Okay. So when you're on tour, you carry every time a piano with you?
Well, we do. It's not a real piano because the tuning of a piano at every performance would be a nightmare. We'd have to carry a person with us to just tune the piano. So we bring a piano, and it is on stage, but it's not real.
Oh, okay.
It's a show piano.
I hear you. So what did you do before you got into the music business?
I was I built websites.
Oh, you're a computer geek?
A little bit, yep.
Oh, come on.
A country geek, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I ride
okay.
around on my horse with a laptop. Yeah,
okay.
No.
So you have an album out.
I do.
So please tell us about the songs on your album.
Okay. It's actually coming out September 29th.
Okay.
And what I'm doing right now is we're actually asking the fans to help pick the first single off the album.
Okay.
So on my website, we have a place for them to go in and listen to the first 5 songs from the album. And they can go in and give feedback and rate the songs. And at the end, I come on and say, hey, thanks for listening. Tell me which one was your favorite.
So which one is the most voted at the moment?
I can't say yet. We've got 5 more songs. We got 5 more songs, and then we'll let the cat out of the bag.
Okay. So who do you look up to musically, and how deep do your musical roots run?
Oh wow. Well, like I mentioned, my Billy Joel piano style is that's from a kid. I took piano lessons when I was about 8 years old, and I absolutely hated it. I couldn't stand the songs they were trying to make me learn, the Mary Had a Little Lamb and all that. I wanted to play what was on the radio.
Okay.
And so my parents finally gave up and said, well, you're not going to practice. The teacher keeps telling us you're not learning the songs. And so I said, great. And I started listening to my Walkman and learning how to play things that I heard that I liked. So, it was Billy Joel and Elton John and Mark Cohn, Walking to Memphis.
Yeah.
So those have been kind of my idols in the piano world. Country music-wise, my dad, we had all the Glenn Campbell and John Denver and Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, all those records were the records I grew up on.
So by the end, your dad was your influence?
In the end, yes. He plays guitar.
So are you doing anything to take country music beyond its current borders, or are you happy where it is?
No, I'm trying to change some things myself. I really like involving the fans in the process. They're ultimately the ones that buy the music and allow us artists to continue to have a job. And so I like getting their feedback on the music. When we finish the music video, we're again going to ask for their input. And then when it comes to concerts, we're actually planning on before concerts asking fans what songs they'd like to hear before the show even, before the event happens.
Okay.
So things like that. And then in the digital world, getting really involved in all the internet stuff, really focusing on internet radio as well. And so, I think the industry is changing a lot, as we all know, and we all got to get creative right now.
So what do you think is the best to be an artist, and what's the hardest thing?
The best? Well, I'm a people person, so, I'm getting ridiculed periodically by my manager and publicist that I need to not spend so much time, signing and talking to fans, but I love that part. That's my favorite part. So I like being accessible and talking to everybody. The hardest part, it's probably picking the music. My first album, I wrote all of the songs except for one on the album. This album, I actually didn't write any. Okay. All of the music is from writers in Nashville. There's so many great writers here. It was impossible for me to even think that I was going to write better stuff. You know, I had to put my ego aside and say, you know what, these songs are better, and they're good, and they're thought out, and every single one of the songs was very carefully picked. And that was probably the hardest part, is trying to sift through the music, because there's so much great music to pick for an album.
So can you tell us a little bit about what was important, where you say, I like to pick up this song and this song? I had to have had some way I could relate to it. If the song was about something that either isn't me, or it's not something I've ever experienced in my life and I can't relate to it, then I couldn't do it. It didn't matter how good the song was. It had to be something I understood. Because every time I sing, whether it's on stage or in the studio, it may sound kind of corny, but I really do it. I close my eyes and I put myself back wherever in my life I was when that was happening, and I sing. And that's... Might be many fans likes to know how it is to record an album, the studio work and all this. Can you tell us something about it?
Sure. It's, you know, you kind of put the music together in pieces. You start out with you go into the studio with the band, and everybody starts learning the foundation of the music. You have your drummer and a bass player and a piano player, guitar player, and you sing, you know, what we refer to as a scratch vocal, and it's something for the band to follow. And we get the music all laid down, and then we go back in and we really work on the vocal side of it, and then we add all the fluff to it, all the electric guitar stuff and pedal steel and background vocals and all that.
Are you working on the artwork for the CD too?
We are right now, yes.
So is it something different to the most CD artworks you see?
I think that it is. I think that the designs we've come up with, me being very influenced by the kind of adult contemporary world as well as country, you know, my look and the image I have is a little bit different. I'm also from the northwestern part of the country, up in Oregon, and you know, there aren't really any cowboys up there. You know, it's not the same as it is out here. So the image that's on the CD cover that we're working on is a little bit different, a little edgier. I hope they'll accept it as a country album. So the music is.
Well, important is the music, or?
Yes. The music is very country. It's kind of a edgy country, but.
Okay. So, when you get time off, how do you like to relax?
I don't relax. There's relaxing. When does that part start?
Good question. I will ask you next time.
Yeah. Well, when I out with the family, you know, I like to spend as much time. A very, very close family. Brother and sister, mom and dad, my wife, my daughter. We try to spend as much time as we can together, and like snow skiing and water skiing and golfing and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Isn't it a hard job to be a daddy and to be an artist to all time on the road? It
is, actually. You know, when you get... I just got my 5-year-old has learned how to text, and she's reading now. And so she'll text me messages herself. And so it's really cute when she does that. And it's yesterday I got a message said, when are you can you get on a plane and come home? You know, I had just left. And that's really hard to swallow sometimes. But
well, might be a good song, or text messaging my daughter.
What is that?
If you're texting your daughter, would be a nice idea for a song, or what do you think?
Yeah, that'd be a good song.
Okay. Travis, do you have any message for your European fans?
Thank you for all the support. I mean, my last album, actually, I did have some radio play in Europe, actually quite a bit, and I got emails and all kinds of things from fans there, and Germany, actually, quite a few, and it was awesome. You know, part of it is great to buy the albums, but also just the verbal support, getting messages on MySpace and Facebook, and all of that is just awesome. That's what keeps us going.
So thanks for the interview.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.